How's it going, guys? So in this video, I kind of wanted to do a breakdown video of a 2026 buyer's guide for suppressors. In 2026, as you know, the tax stamp is no longer a thing, so it is now cheaper and faster than ever to get a suppressor. The first thing I want to emphasize to anybody is to find a good dealer. If you do not have a good dealer, this process can be drawn out and more complicated than it needs to be. So find a good dealer. If you're in Georgia, we have 2 locations at Southern Precision Outdoors, one in Dublin, one in Louisville. We'll be glad to take care of you. So moving forward, the next thing that you need to do is log on to the ATF eForms website. Once you're on that website, you will register an account. And once you have that account registered, then you can proceed to find a dealer or a store of your choice. You will walk into said store, find a suppressor that you want. And guys, please do your research. These things are not cheap. Whatever suppressor that if your buddy has them, try his out. If you don't have anybody that has suppressors, get online, do some research, find out what fits your need for the platform that you are going to be using a suppressor on, whether it be bolt action, gas gun, 9mm PCCs, pistols, big bore calibers, you name it, there's a suppressor for it. So in the next step, once you have picked out your can, you need to go to your dealer and say, hey, I want this can. Then you will buy it. They will submit your what is called a Form 4. This is the transfer application to transfer that suppressor into your name. Once this process has been completed by the ATF, you will get a notification and your dealer will get a notification that this has been approved. Once it's approved, then you can go back to your dealer, fill out the 4473, and pick your can up. So now that we've went through the process of how to buy a suppressor, now we need to look at what kind of suppressors are on the market. So in front of me, I have a couple that I brought in here just to make this video with. Right here in front of me, we have a bunch of Diligent Defense cans. These range from the LTI, the L, the S, and the STI. Over here, we have the Otter Creek Polonium 30s. On this side, we have several different 22 caliber cans. The majority of 22 suppressors that are stainless steel and titanium can handle 22 mag, 17 HMR, and 5.7. Some of the aluminum cans, they're going to be rated only for 22 short, stuff like that. So you need to check your manufacturer specifications before you buy a can to make sure whatever caliber you're wanting to use, you can use it on that can. So over here we have the new Ruger and Dead Air collaboration. This is the RXD9. It is a 10mm bore can. It comes with a pistol booster out of the box. So any Brown and tilt action pistol on the market, half 28 threads, you screw it right on, it'll run flawlessly. So on all of your 30 caliber cans, 99% of them are going to come direct thread, either with 5/8 by 24, or it may be a QD can, depending on what can that you want to buy. So depending on what application you want to use a suppressor for, I highly recommend, especially if it is your first suppressor, to just go ahead and get a 30 caliber can, no matter if you're wanting to run 5.56 or whatever through it. Because if you buy a 30 cal, you can change. Generally, most companies have the industry standard 1.375 hub now. You can change that hub out to whatever size you want. And there's also alternatives that if you do not want to change your hub out, there are cheaper options like a thread adapter. Liberty Precision makes great ones. And guys, I cannot emphasize this enough. These adapters, when you have a suppressor on a rifle, it needs to be concentric. So buying these adapters, I've seen a ton of people buy these adapters from Amazon for $7. These are not something to cheap out on. If you buy an Amazon adapter, there's a high possibility that you will have a baffle strike on your can because it will not be concentric. The machining is just not quality work. So if you're going to use something like this, get a thread adapter from a quality company like Liberty Precision. So on your 30 cals, you can run, like I said, 5.56. So it's a pretty much do it all can. So the only things you really can't run through 9mm, 350 Legend. I mean, only things you can't run through a 30 caliber can is going to be like 9 mil, 350 Legend, 40, 450 Bushmaster, 338, 86. You know, big bore calibers. But there are several different companies that make big bore calibers. So depending on if you're shooting 8.6 or 338 ARC, whatever you're shooting, there's a can for your application. So guys, like I said, the array of suppressors on the market now, the availability is insane. You have just about every company that has anything to do with firearms are now producing suppressors. There are so many good companies on the market right now manufacturing cans. So no matter if you're shooting 22 all the way up to a 500, 50 cal, whatever you're shooting, there is a suppressor that fits your needs. So going back, like I said, guys, in 2026, this is the fastest and cheapest you will ever get a suppressor. Right now, the average wait times on filing an individual Form 4, which is, what most people do, you're looking at anywhere from 1 to 7 days is generally the turnaround time on suppressors right now. If you're filing a trust, then normally it's still fast, but you're generally in the 10 to 20 day window on approvals. So guys, no matter, where you live in Georgia, or out of state, whoever this is for, you need a suppressor as long as it's legal in your state. So if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to drop a comment down in the comment section. We will respond to you. We will help you as much as possible. And I greatly appreciate all you guys for watching this video.